Yes, all right. Your next comic is a very funny guy. He's a friend of mine, and he produces shows all around Sonoma County. Give it up real loud for Engin Yeşil Yemiş.
Happy Friday, everybody! Cheers to all who worked all week and joined us today. You heard it right. My name is Engin Yeşil Yemiş, and I am your comedy exchange student this evening, all the way from Turkey, and I'm operating on my fourth language, and I've been drinking. I'm an immigrant, and I have the hardest immigration story. I came here legally. Filled out many forms in languages that I didn't understand. Right now, you're experiencing the pinnacle of my English skills. I've been here for 20 years. Thank you. And 18 years ago, I sat through couples therapy without understanding half of what was going on. I had to bring a dictionary for these sophisticated words that I had to learn. First word was empathy. I looked that up. I was like, I can't relate. They're like, what do you mean? Well, it says here I should be able to put myself in the other person's shoes. Doctor's like, yeah. Well, I've never been an entitled, spoiled brat before. I don't know. And then more complicated, it was a tongue twister. What's the word where nobody's happy in the relationship? Compromise. Yes. Well done. See, it speaks to your soul when you hear the word compromise. Don't forget, I'm Turkish, so I looked it up. I'm like, no. The doctor's like, what now? I'm like, well, I'm Turkish. Compromise seems a lot like losing. You mean to tell me both of us need to be unhappy for this relationship to work? Doctor's like, yeah, welcome to America. I'm like, but she's only happy when I'm unhappy. This is like a terrorist act. And we don't negotiate with the terrorist. We just moved on. The very last couples therapy I attended, I was diagnosed with narcissism. See, I can't even say it properly. Some of you went, ooh. I had to look that up. KLMN, narcissist. No, doctor's like, what is it? I'm like, look, I'm reading this description. Yeah. Well, this guy seems awfully confident. It's a bad match. I'm not that guy. That one didn't land with you guys, huh? Narcissist is supposed to be filled with confidence. I'm not that guy. I'm a little bit scared in front of you guys even, operating on my fourth language. I'm sure there's an English scholar among you too. Right? No? Maybe? Good. What a waste of time earning a degree in English. It's so complicated. The language is, I went to college in this country, okay? In the middle of an essay-style test, I realized that I did not know how to spell the past tense of the verb to read. They're my English scholars right here. Back there is construction. Yeah, I went to the TA and I'm like, how do you spell red? She goes, same. I'm like, what do you mean same? Well, you write read, you read red. I said, how did you guys learn how to speak this language? She goes, sometimes you gotta believe, Engin. That turned my entire academic career into a spiritual journey after that. It's like, I gotta believe. I recently learned that you spell well, like I'm well, and well that you get water out of is spelled the same too. That's like a week ago. I'm still learning. 20 years later, I am still being amazed by the English language. The other day, I heard a lady describe herself as flat-chested as a Japanese schoolboy. I was like, what did she say? Like, can you say that? Is that Asian hate? What's happening here? So I went to a native English speaker friend of mine. I said, hey, I just heard this lady describe herself as flat-chested as a Japanese schoolboy. Is that a thing? He said, oh yeah, dude, that's kosher. Now that empowered me. I can ask questions at this phrasing. Do Japanese people know that we have a phrase like this? Isn't a schoolboy a schoolboy? Why are we outsourcing this one? Why are we not shopping local? What happened to Sonoma Strong? And then I thought to myself, why not an American flat-chested? Then it dawned on me, perhaps we are running out of flat-chested American schoolboys in this country. I know, most of the time, this divides the room. I get it. It's your language. I'm just a consumer. Okay? I'm just a consumer. It turns out, some people thought this was like a homophobic joke. Like, nope, it's a fat boy joke. I'm trying to remove soda out of our public school system. Yeah. Bring back PE. What a thought, you know? Yeah, speaking of public school system, clap your hands if you're a product of the public school system. Beautiful, beautiful. I went to private school. But my daughter, who's 8 years old, she's going to a wonderful public school, and I'm happy to report that public school continues to confuse our children. You know, February, it being Black History Month, they went through the paces of that at school. Her and I are driving back from school, and she goes, Dad, are you white? I'm like, no, baby. So you're black? Deep inside, I said, yes. Finally, someone sees me. See, that happens. Yeah, being an immigrant is a trip. It's a beautiful trip. But I've been here for 20 years now. And just like some of you, I don't like immigrants either. Not all of them. Particular types. For example, if you're from the Middle East, from my neck of the woods, and you're absolutely competitive in what you do. Because if you put me in the same room with another Turkish person or another Middle Easterner, a cockfight begins. We start telling each other how many businesses we own. I own 3. How many taxis we own. I own none. How many trucks we own. I have 5. It goes on and on.
Oh my God.
So last month was Ramadan for the Islamic world. I grabbed a cab in the city. The guy was from Syria. So I saw it, I just walked in the cab, I said, Selamun alaikum. He said, alaikum wa salam. We took our masks off and it was on. Now we were competing who the better Muslim is in that taxi cab. He came at me hard. He said, Engin, is it true that Turkish people drink during Ramadan? I had to tell him that Turkish people drink every day. He goes, what kind of Muslim does that? I'm like, this kind, bro. The fun ones. The fun Muslims do. And this competition abruptly ended when we reached to my destination, which was the strip club. He looked over, he sang a prayer. Yeah. Although he was the better Muslim, I was the better immigrant. I gave him 5 stars, you know, freedom of speech, all that good stuff. We're in America. Catch up. Catch up. Yeah. Being an immigrant. I love this country. I love this country. This is the only country on earth where you can buy a jacket, wear it for 17 months, and return it for a full refund. It just like pumps me with confidence, pumps me with immigrant optimism. Immigrant optimism is a thing, because where we came from, it was much harder. It's a cakewalk here. Just everything, like when people worry about the financial crisis, I'm like, I'm from Turkey. What are you talking about? Every day is a financial crisis over there. Every day. And then with this optimism, people come to me with their problems. Like this lady, she said, Engin, I'm from Sebastopol. I said, yeah, sometimes that can be a problem. I said, what's going on? Engin, these planets are not aligning with these planets and it's full moon. My day is going terrible. I said, sit down. She's like, what? Just sit down. She goes, what? I'm like, I'm going to tell you about the full moon in Turkey. She goes, what? I'm like, full moon is a very romantic thing, ladies and gentlemen, in Turkey. We write songs about it. We write poems about it. A man can only dream about kissing a girl under the moon shadow. She goes, why are you telling me these things? I'm like, well, I think you're 100% responsible for your bad day. Plus, you live in America. She blocked me on Facebook. The immigrant optimism, it's a thing. I'm so optimistic, I even encourage suicidal people. I'm like, come on, do it, man. Touch your dreams. I'm touching mine. Are you touching yours? You want to touch it?
Oh my God.
Maybe just a little bit? Not too much. You can wear it out. Right? So I'll leave you guys with this.
Oh my God.
This is the pinnacle of my immigrant optimism that I got to experience in your beautiful country that I'm a part of. Thank you for having me. It's been great. Remember, I'm doing great. I'm doing amazing. But the pinnacle of the immigrant optimism kicked in at the very beginning of the pandemic. I was afraid because I have a daughter. I have these businesses, trucks, taxis, the house, the comedy thing, the music thing. So I got so many things going on. I was worried. You were afraid. I was afraid. We were being bombarded with doom and gloom news. And I was walking back and forth in my very big backyard. So I'm doing great. Right? And I'm thinking about these things. We don't know what's going to happen. Are they going to shut down the world? My chest started to hurt. I was like, oh my God. At the time, I was 45 years old. And I'm thinking to myself, is this a widowmaker? Is this what's going to take me out? Is this it? Right there, ladies and gentlemen, my immigrant optimism kicked in. And I thought to myself, if this kills me now, I don't have to paint this house anymore. And just like you, I laughed. When I laughed, I farted. When I farted, my chest pain went away. So the moral of the story is, stress makes gas. My name is Engin Yeşilyemir. Have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for having me.
Keep it going for Engin, everybody. Engin number 9. He asked me to call him that because he's so American.